Welcome, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about the Disney dining plan. Now, listen, everything you've read, seen videos on, all that stuff, I've been doing that too because I'm really excited about the dining plan coming back. But none of those videos and stuff are giving you the real deal on how to do the dining plan right. The tips. If you watch those and you see that, a lot of times you're going to hear the same complaints about people, and they make sense. It's not worth it. You're not going to get your money's worth. You're going to be locked into what you can choose. Forget all that. That's because they're not doing it right. They're not explaining it to you right and giving you the real tips. So this is stuff that it's very advanced, and once you do what I tell you to do, you're going to get a dining plan every time. Real quick, the dining plan, there's the quick service dining plan and the regular dining plan. Regular dining plan, one quick service meal, one table service meal, one snack, and the refillable mug. That's per night of your trip. For the table service, you get an entree, you get a dessert, and a drink. Includes alcohol. Quick service, the meal plan is 2 quick service meals a day, 1 snack, 1 refillable mug. Here's the real tips about it. The number one thing that you have to do, and if you do this, you'll want to get it every time, I'm telling you. The split stay. What is a split stay? Split stay is when the hotel you get, instead of getting, let's say, 5 nights or 7 nights at whatever, Port Orleans, Riverside, Polynesian, you split your stay. You get 2 separate reservations or multiple ones. So let's say 1 or 2 nights on the first reservation at Port Orleans or Polynesian or wherever you're staying, and then the rest of your nights on a separate reservation number. Why would you do that? Here's the key. The dining plan, when you sign up for the dining plan, you have to get it for your whole reservation for everybody that's on the room. And if you have the dining plan for 7 nights or 5 nights or whatever, it sucks. It's really hard to get the value out of it because there isn't an infinite amount. You don't want to always eat the most expensive stuff at the most expensive places. You're going to miss out on your whole trip on all the places that aren't as expensive that you would have loved to do on your trip. So if you do the split stay, you get it for, this is what I do, is I get it for 1 night, which includes the check-in day and the checkout day. So 2 days, 1 night. And you hit that expensive restaurant or the expensive quick meals just for that day or two. You get your refillable mug, which the key here is that refillable mug, even though let's say it's a 1 or 2 night stay on that reservation, it's active for 14 days, so you can use it for the rest of your trip. You hit that, you get your refillable mug, you hit the expensive quick service, table service, bada bing, bada boom, you're on your way. You get the expensive snack. That's the way to do it. I'm telling you, having the dining plan is an amazing feeling, as long as you're not doing it for your whole trip. It's basically like having a cruise, an all-inclusive feel, but in Disneyworld on land, which is way better than a cruise. So I'm telling you, it's a wonderful feeling. And I'll compare it to like Disney Vacation Club, DVC. So if you book a stay with DVC, right? At the end of the stay, you get your folio, the bill for the hotel room, and it's zero. And it's such a wonderful feeling. Well, think of getting that feeling, but every time you get something to eat, you'll get your receipt and it's all zero. It is truly a special feeling, and it's something that can't be quantified by numbers. So one point for having the Disney dining plan is the feeling you get. Now you'll hear people say, you know what, if you want to get that feeling and you may not get the value out of it, put your money on a gift card, on a Disney gift card, and just keep using that. That is BS. Don't do that. If you're going to do that, just use your credit card or whatever. Don't lock your money into a gift card. That makes no sense. You're still going to see the money come off the gift card. You're still going to see how much it costs. You're still going to be like, okay, how much do I have left on the gift card? That defeats the whole purpose. Don't even do that. If you're going to do that, just don't even get a gift card. Just pay out of pocket. All right? So again, number 1, split stay. Only do the dining plan for 1 or 2 nights. 1 or 2 days, hit that expensive stuff, be on your jolly way for the rest of the trip. Number 2, don't just pick the most expensive places and the most expensive items. Here's the problem. If you, let's say, out there's a lot of people recommending Polite Pig as a quick service. It's this, if you haven't heard of it, it's this quick service place in Disney Springs. There's a reason you haven't heard of it, because nobody on vacation goes and says, oh man, I can't wait to go eat at the Polite Pig. It's not a place where people look forward to go eating on their trip, especially if you don't live in Disney World. Like a lot of these people that are doing these guides for the Disney dining plan or videos on it, they live in Orlando. They live there, so they can go anytime they want to any of the restaurants. So it's not a big deal for them on the dining plan to recommend the most expensive thing to get their money's worth out of it, because instead of going there, like let's say they really want to go to, I don't know, Sleepy Hollow and get a waffle lunch, they can do that another day. Or Docking Bay 7, they can do that another day. But for the video and the guide, they want to tell you, okay, here's the most expensive thing, and they're going to spend their time to do that. But when you're on vacation and you're at Disney World once a year or once every few years, you don't want to spend a meal or your hunger eating at the Polite Pig. When you come back from vacation, nobody's going to ask you, oh, did you eat at Polite Pig? No, that's never in the conversation. So don't just pick the most expensive thing. Pick the most expensive thing and places that you would have already gotten even if you weren't on the dining plan. And that is easy to do if you follow my first step, the split stay. Because when you whittle down your dining plan to only 1 or 2 days with only a few meals, there's so many places that you could choose from to get your value out of. But if you were doing it for 7 days, it's tough to come out with like 14 or 30 different places that you get your value out of. But only having to choose 1 or 2 things, you'll easily be able to do that, you know? So don't make the mistake of just going to the most expensive place. Like if you go to Polite Pig, you're gonna miss out, and you only have 1 day or half a day at Disney Springs on your Disney World vacation. You're gonna miss out on eating at the place you really wanted to, and places that have better food, like the Boathouse or Chef Art Smith's Homecoming. You know, Gideon's getting a cookie, like that. Don't waste your time just going to somewhere because it's more expensive to get your value out of it. Make sure you pick somewhere where you want to eat and you get your value out of. All right? That's another thing. Number 3, the child credit. So right now, and this is especially for the quick service meal plan. If you get a child dining plan quick service for a child, it's $23.83, right? But the child has to pick from the child menu, except this is the rule, except places that don't have a kids menu. Then you get the adult option. And boy, did I find and have done places where they don't have it, that they don't have a kids menu, and it's a place I want to eat too, and it's a great value. You ready for this? Yorkshire County Fish Shop at Epcot. If you watch my videos, every trip I go and get the fish and chips, the most amazing fish and chips I've had in my life. They don't have a kids menu. So in other words, you can go there with a child credit and get an adult meal. And let me tell you how much this costs. The fish and chips after tax, $14.37. And that's without a drink. I don't drink alcohol really, but on the dining plan, I'll pick places that I want the food and I want to try their specialty drink and take a few sips or whatever. If you do the fish and chips, well, if you're using that child credit, you can't get like a beer or something. but you can still get a Coke, which I prefer actually. So if you do the child's credit and you get the fish and chips with a Coke, it comes out after tax at $19.15. That's just that one meal. Now keep in mind, you have another meal to get, you have a snack, and you have that refillable mug. $19.15 already just with that one meal, and you paid $23.83 for that child quick service meal plan. So you almost made your money back just with that one meal by going to Epcot's Fish and Chips. And here's the thing, when you hit that, it's a place you want to be getting food, and if you don't, you know now, because you should be. It's that good. You're getting more value because it's on a child credit, and it's not taking the place of something that you wanted to do and you're missing out on. No, this is a place you want to be. So you got to do that. Now, the other thing is, let's say you do it as your adult meal. This is still a place where I would go for an adult meal. If you get it with a beer, $26.35 is what you spent on this. So, just an example. For solo travelers, I do a lot of solo traveling too. This is a really good hack. So let's say you're an adult, you're a solo traveler, you're staying on property, and you want to do the dining plan. If you want to get a little more bang for your buck and you're going to eat a little more, do the quick service and add a dummy child on your account. All right. So the adult quick service is $57 and a penny. If you add a child onto your room, it's an extra $23.83. Now, the throwaway is going to be that extra refillable mug you'll get. There doesn't have to be an actual child with you, by the way. You just add the name on there, and you say they're under, I think it's under 9 or 10 for the child quick service meal. And you get their credits. You get 2 more quick services. You get for $23, you know? Think about that. That is a hack. So yeah, just make sure you're not doing dumb stuff. Okay. The easiest way to figure it out, especially when it comes to the snacks, if you go to the menus online and stuff, it doesn't show what's snack eligible. You got to go to download the My Disney Experience app. Go to ordering the food, like the places that take mobile orders, and click on it and do it as if you're ordering, and then on there it'll show this is eligible as a snack credit. All right, let's get to the real deal. My honorable mentions of where to eat. This is where you should eat. And again, this is going to be easy to do if you're only having for 1 or 2 nights. It's easy to from this list or looking at all the menus and stuff and all the restaurants to pick somewhere where you were going to eat at anyways, and it costs a lot of money, you know. For Magic Kingdom, this is another one on the child credit where they don't have a kids menu, and it's something you want to eat, and it's a great value. Sleepy Hollow, the sweet and spicy chicken waffle sandwich. It comes out to $12.34 without a drink. It's a wonderful sandwich. It'll work with the kids' credit, and you could use it. I mean, you eat it as an adult, you know. So that's one thing. Now, as a adult credit, I wouldn't get that. That's not something that is worth it for that. You pay out of pocket if you want to try that. My snack credit at Magic Kingdom, 100%. Plaza Ice Cream Parlor, the Plaza Ice Cream Sundae for $9.36. You get that fresh waffle bowl, a couple scoops of ice cream, the fudge, the whole 9 yards. This is a wonderful use of the snack credit at Magic Kingdom. Keep in mind, if I'm in Magic Kingdom or I'm at one of the resorts around there, One of the top things you'll hear for the table service credit you use, and for good reason, is Ohana. I would 100% use it there. Ohana is one of those places, the ambiance is amazing. They got that unlimited food, your dessert, the whole thing, and you'll get an alcoholic beverage. Even if you don't get the alcoholic beverage, you're still going to come out ahead. Ohana, without getting an extra beverage, and by the way, this is one of those places where the beverage is included in the buffet, in the cost, the regular cost. So not only can you get a Coke and a tea and all that as much as you want, but on top of that, with the dining plan, you can get an alcoholic drink or a specialty drink. So without the specialty drink or alcohol, it's $66.03 for the adult. With the alcohol, I would pick the back scratcher, comes out to $82. Boom, right there. Just that one, if you have the dining plan, $82 is not a far cry from how much you paid for the dining plan. $94.28 for an adult. Right? What are you at? You're like $12 away from getting even. So if you do the quick service meal, the snack, and the refillable mug, you're way ahead. Even if you do the Ohana without the specialty drink, $66.03. That'll leave you with what? Around $30-ish to make up breaking even. And I'm telling you, if you look at, like I said, the fish and chips, for example. The fish and chips, if you do that with a Coke, that's $20. You got $10 more. You can make $10 more. And you know how you do it? That refillable mug, of course. But let's not even count that. A snack. What snack do you get? Now listen. Usually when you go to Disney World, there's an Epcot event. There's an Epcot festival. Flower Garden, food and wine. Right now, as of this recording, it's a Festival of the Arts. You go to a booth, and almost all the items at every food booth qualifies as a snack. So there's a lot of snacks that's $10. Boom, there's your money right there. So if you're there during a festival, which you most likely will be, use your snack credit at one of the food booths at Epcot. You'll always come out ahead. All right, let's continue. Well, since we're on the talk about Epcot, when it comes to Epcot, fish and chips, 100% I would use for the quick service. Again, I'm not just thinking of the value of it, I'm thinking of where I actually want to eat too. It's a balance, the value and where I want to eat. And specifically, it's something I always get. Kids credit. Sunshine Seasons. Now, Sunshine Seasons has a kids menu, but I love their kids menu. The salmon is, I think, the best tasting in all of Disney World quick service kids menu meals. They have the salmon. It comes with a side and a drink and a cookie, but you can substitute the cookie for another side. So I usually get like mashed potatoes and green beans. So that is amazing. It comes out to $9.04. So as far as maximizing, you're not getting that adult meal on it, but still for the amount you're paying for the kids quick service meal, $23.83, $9 at Sunshine Seasons, you could easily make up the last $12. If your other orders at fish and chips at Epcot, boom, you already hit it. You're already over without even a drink. Let's go to Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios, this has one of those places where when I think of the dining plan, the quick service portion of it, this is one of the places I think of going to. Docking Bay 7. This is a place you want to try, you want to experience, and it's expensive. Docking Bay 7, I'm looking at the Batuyan beef stir fry. After tax, $20.22. That's without a drink. If I want it with alcohol, which this is one of those places that has these specialty alcoholic drinks that, as someone who doesn't drink alcohol, I still want to try. And the dining plan is the best way to do it. So the Surly Sarlacc, $36.20 with that. Boom, that's huge. If you're just on the quick service dining plan, you're halfway there, of the amount of money, actually more than halfway of that $57 you paid. You're already getting $36 of value with this one meal. If you don't want alcohol, the moof juice I hear is really good, and that's something I would want to try. So with that and the Batuian beef, $26.60. Snack credit, if you've never had it, the blue milk at they have the stand in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Blue milk after tax, $9.57. Can you believe that for a non-alcoholic drink? Ridiculous. But on the dining plan, you never tried it, you should try it. I'm not a big fan of it though, to be honest. Let's go to Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom also on the quick service side. This is the other place that I think of automatically that I'm going to use my credit for. Like I said, Docking Bay 7 was one. This other one, Satuli Canteen. Food is great. It's a place you want to experience. It's themed beautifully. I would get the combination beef and chicken bowl. After tax, $18.63. If you want to do it non-alcoholic style, there's a drink on here that is amazing, and it's non-alcoholic that you want to try. It's the Pandora Sunrise. So with the Pandora Sunrise, your total comes out to $24.48 for this quick service meal. If you want to venture to alcohol, this is also one of those places as a non-drinker, has these specialty drinks that I really want to try. Would never pay for them out of my pocket, but on the dining plan, you better believe I'm going to get it. The Elu Splash Margarita, $33.54 after getting that. Boom, there's your value. Trust me. And then you get the receipt on these things and you see zeros. It's going to be a topic of conversation if you're with people or to yourself. It's going to give that extra wave of, I'm on vacation and I didn't pay extra for this stuff, you know? Disney Springs. Let me tell you, there's a sleeper hit snack over here that nobody's talking about, and I would get this for years. I haven't gotten it in a while. I actually forgot about it. But earlier when I would go, earlier in the years, I would always get this. Cooks of Dublin. It's a snack credit, and it's $9.99 before tax. It's going to be over $10 with it. The onion rings. I'm telling you, the onion rings here at Cooks of Dublin is amazing. One of the best onion rings you'll have ever, not just in Disney. It's I believe they're gluten-free too, and the coating is so perfect. It's not that cheap like onion ring coating. No, this is like the real deal, hand dipped, the whole 9 yards. That's where I would use my snack credit if I was in Disney Springs. Here's another one for kids. This is a place that does not have a kids menu, so that kid dining credit for quick service, you can use it for an adult meal. And this is Pepe by Jose San Andres. You got to get the ribeye sandwich. And this bad boy after tax, $19.17. That's without a drink. This place also has alcohol, so this is still a good credit to use for your adult quick service credit, and you can get an alcoholic drink. But man, the real value is the kids credit. Did I say this is good for the adult credit? But yeah, real value is a kids credit. This is still one of those places that I don't know if I would go if I wasn't on the dining. I you know what? I wouldn't go if I wasn't on the dining plan. But this is a place where it is expensive. But if I'm on the dining plan, I would love to try this place. So keep that in mind. It doesn't just have to be places you would have gone anyways. It could be places you would go if it wasn't ridiculously expensive. So on the dining plan, it makes sense. This is one of those places. Another place, when it comes to the resorts, Primo Piatto. This is in the Riviera Resort. I noticed there's a cookie box here. It's after tax $12.77. It's a bunch of cookies in a box. This is more like I wouldn't go out of my way for this, but it's such a great value. I would love to try it on the dining plan, you know. And it's on the Skyliner. The cookie box, $12.77 after tax. That's a great snack credit. One that I will for sure take advantage of if I have snack credits left after doing the festival at Epcot. Port Orleans French Quarter, Scat Cats Club. I'm getting the beignets. It's the one that's a 3-pack. 3-pack of beignets. Beignets are so good there. $7.98 after tax. Wonderful use of your credit. It's a place you want to be. It's a snack you want to try. It hits all the check boxes. And then just to give you an idea of how far ahead I came, even without alcohol, I'm going to calculate this first without alcohol, because like I said, I wouldn't get alcohol if I wasn't on the plan. I will if I am, but if I'm not, just give you an idea. If I had the quick service dining plan, all right, the 2 places I'd hit off the top of my head, Docking Bay 7, but I'm going to get it with the drink, so it's going to be $26.60. That's the Batuyan beef and the moof juice. Plus, Animal Kingdom Satuli Canteen would be my other pick. I'm going to get the beef bowl with the sunrise, Pandora Sunrise. $24.48. We're at $51.08, right? And the adult quick service dining plan is $57.01. So I'm like $6 away from hitting even. Well, you know what I'm doing. I'm getting I didn't write down a specific food from the food booths at Epcot. I know I've seen plenty that are $10, $9, $8. So you're already hitting it. But let me just go on let me pick a snack that I would, and I would get whether I was on the plan or not. Magic Kingdom Plaza Ice Cream, $9.36. So, $9.36. So let me add it all up. $9.36. We got Docking Bay, $26.60. And I got Satuli Canteen, $24.48. My total is $60.44. How much did I pay? Quick service, $57 and a penny. I'm already over. This is not counting alcohol, and this is not counting the unlimited mug refill for 14 days. So no, you don't have to be an alcoholic drinker to get your money's worth. Just make sure you do the plan for just the 1 or 2 days. Let me see if I have any other honorable mentions. There's so many other places. I mean, you look at the menus and see, but these are my call outs. These are the places I'm looking at. And if you're following my first step of a split stay, or if you're only there for a day or two, then obviously you don't have to split that. Just get the dining plan. Should be easy out of all these that I listed to get a couple of those, and you're ahead, you know. I didn't look at the restaurants as much. I mean, Ohana's definitely one, but pretty much any buffet you do, just don't do buffets that are not good just because they're expensive, you know. There was one of the dining places that I really want to try is Jungle Cruise Skipper Canteen. I hear a lot of good things about it. You can get like a steak over there for like $30-something, $40 after tax. You get a drink. Obviously, if you put that drink, if you're a drinker, then it'll automatically bring it up. But if not, it's still an okay value, you know, and you'll break even if you follow the steps that I'm giving you. So again, remember to don't just pick places that are expensive and miss out on the places you really wanted to go to, or that entrees you really want to try. But there's definitely it'll be easy for you to pick entrees and places, 1 or 2 on your whole trip, that lines up with it being a really good value and you want to try. So do the split stay, especially if you're a vacation club owner or if you're renting points even. There's no package requirements to add on the dining plan. It's so easy to do this if you're doing DVC. You do the split stay, you put whoever you want on the room. If you want to add a child, whatever, doesn't matter. There's no extra cost. And then you could put a dining plan for them and take advantage of that, you know? So yeah, hope this helps. Hope this helps a bit, and you enjoy your trip. And you better damn well know I'm going to be doing the dining plan like this next time I go, which will be in May, and I can't wait to get back there. Anyways, thank you for joining me, and have a wonderful day.